Super excited to be on the water today. Running solo, chasing after some largemouth bass. This trip is something I've been trying to get after all winter. Finally got out here, gonna give it a shot. We're dealing with a little bit of wind today. Might be kind of tricky, but there's plenty of places to get out of the wind, so we can make something work. Super clear water, so I'm gonna be playing with a lot of natural colors when it comes to lure selection. You typically get really good largemouth activity throughout the wintertime in this lake. Windy, for sure. It's supposed to have some cloud cover move in around noon. The wind is supposed to die down around that same time frame, but we'll see. Starting off here with a whopper plopper, topwater lure made by River to Sea. Give it a shot. So I got the topwater lure. I've got a wacky rigged Senko. I've got a jig tied on, just a round bullhead jig. Nothing fancy. In a natural color, I've got a square bill crankbait. Oh, and a shaky head jig. I might have to take some of these lures and put them up under these trees. They're holding tight to cover. It's not uncommon to have to put it in their face to get them to hit it. That's why I don't like throwing this on a spinning rod. My accuracy is not quite there. Yeah, I typically throw this topwater lure on a bait caster, a little bit more accurate with it. I will also tie my braid, my main line, which is braid and floats very well, directly to the lure, or add monofilament, which floats a little bit, to the end of the braid, just to keep from fouling up the lure. All right, we've got some calmer wind here. Oh, just turned on the camera and I missed him. So I got a bass on that cast. What I've done is I switched over to some of my finesse techniques where I need to feel the line. It's hard to do that with lightweight fishing in the wind. So I started with a Senko wacky rigged and it wasn't getting any attention, so I started hopping this shaky head across the bottom. Not sure what color that is. It's a green pumpkin with some like turquoise flake. Kind of pulled him out of a little bit of structure. My hook was pulled out pretty good. I was worried about the hook set because this rod is so light. I had to guess, because I'm sitting in 10, 11 feet. He was more out on the drop off. Laid up in a little log jam. Give this a few more casts before I leave it. I got a log jam over here on the left that I might pitch over to as well. There we go, it's something. Now this guy picked it up pretty quick. Had me doubting it was actually a bite. Nice little bass. Been playing around with the colors a little bit. Nature's out. Seeing a hawk, some deer up on this island. And there was an otter. Had me thinking that the fish were feeding on the bank. It's the second time I've gotten bit in the wood. So that tells me they're associating the structure. And if I'm not hitting the structure, I'm not where the fish are. We got us a house here. There he is. Came around to the end of this, to a wind-blown point. Stuck it out with the shaky head for a bit. Well, he took it in too. Even though I kind of wanted to go over to the crankbait, it's always a good option on wind-blown point or spinnerbait. This fella right here is not the youngest bass, I'll tell you that. There he goes. Look at that one there. Good bass. See what I'm saying? He's all beat up. He is not the youngest fella. Get a weight on him. It's a 5-pounder. Good one for here. You usually get a lot of dinks, but it's a nice fish. chugging along. Try to get a few more. Oh, 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 there's a fish. Oh, Christ. I'm gonna run out of shaky heads. I keep doing that. Another decent one, couple pounds. Off that wind-blown point. What they say is bass fishing, wind is your friend. It's kind of like George, he's a real annoying friend. Yeah. Back on the shaky head. Good fish. I didn't mean that, George. I didn't mean that. All right. Got another bass here. There we go. He picked it up real quick. He was laid up close to a little tree up under there. Still playing with the shaky head. Hard to get away from it when it works, but well, these bass are dark, aren't they? That wraps up this trip. Gonna make a short day of it. A lot of wind going on. I could probably ride it out to the late afternoon and not have to deal with that so much, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to the house. Trying to get the old Hughes out tomorrow as well. So yeah, we tried a few things. Started off with top water, didn't get any response to that. I did throw the crankbait and the jig a little bit. Nothing touched those two as well. The shaky head was where it was at for whatever reason. That's what they were looking for. It was just that type of presentation that they were after. So I did feel like I had to put it on top of the fish. Picked up a few today, had a good time. Saw a lot of nature. All right, gonna cross the lake and get the boat put up. See you later.